Hey guys, Chip here, and got a new version of KitOps coming out this month. I want to share it with you. It's hot off the presses. We're going to call this the Raven Edition. It's got some pretty neat features. I think you're going to really like it. This is all KitOps Pro stuff that we'll be adding here and talking about today. So I'm going to go over here to my KitOps. Got it set up with 3 hearts because I'm using simple tabs right here, and I just pasted in 3 hearts here for KitOps, and then I put hearts for all the other products that I actually use the most. So anyway, let's get started. I'm going to show you one of the really cool features that we've had requests for. We're real excited to have it. So I'm going to grab this hole and let's insert it here. And remember, we can just choose V if we want to put it in the vertex, or F for the face, or even E for an edge. So I'll just start right here. And with that set, I might scale this a little bit. We can see, but check this out. I'm going to right click on this and I'm going to say Relocating Insert. And now I can move it anywhere I want to. So if I say Shift D and just move this one over to here, and it's off of it, and I just say right click, relocate, insert, boom, it'll put it wherever I want. Put it face, put it in for normal, just anywhere. How cool is that, man? Is that pretty neat? I'm digging that. So this obviously didn't show up well here. If you're interested on why that didn't work, I can just come in here and look at my my booleans here and say turn them to exact, and that's going to work. So just so you know, it's because we're actually coincident directly on these faces. These lines are cutting directly into that. So let's keep on going and let's talk a little more about this. So one thing that we've had an issue with is the fact that when we add a new insert and it's by itself, it automatically turned off its KitOps properties. And there's a lot of problems with that. And what happened was it would not behave correctly with smart mode. And one of the downsides was it didn't work with batch in the thumbnail generator. So for the most part, we've gone back and we've removed that. So now, if you want to choose this object and set that as something that you're going to work with, and it's already an insert, just go in and, like what we always did, remove KitOps first, then come in here and then you can add an insert onto it and you'll be fine. So just keep that in mind, that you always want to remove KitOps first before you do that. So what are some of the other things we've done? Well, one thing is we've added a material fix, which is pretty cool. So let me show you what's going on there. So as you may recall, when you import the same material, like we talked about before, we're trying our best to manage materials so that we don't generate duplicates. But there are some times when we just get in our own way. And so we have a fix for that now so that we really are careful as we're deleting a duplicate material. And one of the areas that we had trouble with is, let's go into this area test right here. So if we look at this particular texture, it's a material, it's an object with a material on it. It's just a plane. So I'm going to add this insert. And it is as you can see, this is a parallax map. So if we go in here and move this out, you'll see that that's just one single plane, and now it's a parallax map. But that's really not what I'm talking about. What I really want to talk about is the fact that, now I can take another one that's just like it, and even though it uses the exact same texture, meaning the same map name, it will render differently. And let me show you what I'm talking about. So you can look in here and you can see over here we have a logo on the wall and here we don't, but they both use the exact same named texture. Now the material is differently named. As you can see, the material is differently named, but the actual texture map isn't. And so that's one of the fixes that we've had that we've generated. By the way, this product is coming out real soon. It's in beta testing. If you're interested in beta testing, hit me up on Discord and I can help you out. But it's a pretty cool product. It's got some pretty cool features, especially because you can build these with one click on our new add-on that builds these for you. But anyway, so that's kind of a new thing. And then the other thing is that as you create materials, when you're creating material, any material you create, and you say, let's just say we'll take this material right here, and we'll say, we always have to save before we can create a material. So we're going to say, create material insert. Anytime you do this and it has an image associated with it, if you don't have automatically pack into blend, if that's turned off, now we automatically turn it on for you for this particular export, and then we'll turn it back off. So anyway, that's an important concept to be aware of. Before, people were actually creating materials, and when they came in and they used them, they were purple. So the last thing I just want to mention is something that we had actually last time, and we didn't really talk about it, which is unfortunate. Let me go ahead and close this factory scene. And that is, and check this out, you're gonna love this. So I'm gonna go in here, for instance, and I'm gonna take this little blivet right here, and I'm gonna add that here. And then let's add another one over here. They're kind of large, but you get the idea. And let's turn face orientation. Let's do this so you can see what they look like. So here's a couple images, a couple of them. Now I can go in and say, okay, I want that to be a bolt. I wish that was a bolt. So now I have this replace insert. And as you see when I roll over this, it says Shift key replaces all inserts. So if I have this selected, I can just hit here and replace it, right? And it'll replace just that one. So I undo. And if I hold the Shift key and hit replace inserts, it's going to replace all of them. And of course, again, we're running into that same problem. Let's fix that real quick. There we go. And so we turn this first one to exact. And one of the reasons, again, is that these are on the same exact plane, right? So if I go back into this object and let's turn it back, that modifier, let's just turn that one back to fast. And if I just take this and move it down a little bit, you'll see that it works fine. But you probably want to use exact if you can. I have a great video on why exact is so superior to fast. Definitely worth checking it out. I'll put it in the show notes here. And the other thing is, if you go into preferences right here in the KitOps, if you want, you can set up to use exact here. I don't, because I know when I'm going to have trouble how to fix it. But if you're running into a lot of problems and you can't really debug it, you can always just do that here. Or if you have my Design Magic kit, you can go into that as well. And that has, you can basically set all the booleans to exact, one click, or you can set them to fast. So that's another way of handling that. So anyway, those are the big changes, and I hope you enjoy them. It's an ongoing effort that we're making every single month to bring you new and advanced features of KitOps. So that's it for now, and we'll see you online.